Fish on. Oh my gosh. All right, Fishaholics, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, my name is Rich. Welcome. Be sure to hit that subscribe and that like button in the end if you enjoyed. And today we're starting things off a little differently. I just hooked up the rig like you saw, and in one of my last videos, I was talking about some of the updates that I did to my boat and talking about some of the updates that I want to do to my boat. And one of those updates was install a full deck turf to give the overall deck a facelift and just make it more comfortable while being out there all day on the water and fishing. And I guess one of you guys or a couple of you guys that viewed that vid, huge shout out to you and big thanks, but you guys reached out to a company called Deckit, and Mike, who's a rep up out of Long Island, reached out to me, and we started talking, and then Mike put me in touch with Jeff, who is the COO of Deckit, and then we found out that their factory is down here in Charleston, just coincidentally, and I am in Charleston right now. So we are gonna bring the boat in and see what kind of work we can do. And they're gonna help me out along the way a little bit on price, but it's still gonna be like an $1,800 to like $2,000 project, which is a lot more expensive than I thought it would cost. But I guess you pay for what you get. So if I spent less money and got something cheaper, it probably would be cheaper, wouldn't last as long. So I'm excited just to get this project underway, and I want to get to Florida as soon as possible, but I just want to drop the boat off and get this project started and finished. But we do got some rods and tackle equipment with us like we always do. I might do some fishing today, but it's been just so snarky and it's starting to rain already. It's rained the last like 3 days, so I might just use today's intro for tomorrow and go out fishing tomorrow and like when it's supposed to be, I think, a little bit nicer. But yeah, let's hit the road, and I'll see you guys at Deckit. All right, well, we made it to Deckit, and I've already been here actually for about 20 minutes already. Took the trailer off the hitch, but Jeff, who's the COO of the company, came out, and we went over the entire deck of the boat and talked about what would look good, what we could do, and then we went inside the factory, wrote everything down, and it was really cool inside, but unfortunately I was requested not to do any filming for like security reasons, which is totally understandable. But Jeff agreed that they're gonna try and like document some of the process to the final product, which will be really sweet when I show you guys how the deck turns out. So it should be pretty cool. I'll see her in probably about a week or two, maybe longer if I go to Florida. So be well, girl. Hopefully she'll have a nice little facelift by the time we come back to get her. But yeah, today, let's now see if we can go get a little wet and slimy and catch some fish. If not today because of the weather, maybe tomorrow. All right, so it is the next day, and we did fish yesterday. We caught a nice rag, saw a dead trout while doing some wade fishing in like an urban creek, but unfortunately didn't catch any fish. But today we are on the Ashley, and it is absolutely gorgeous out here. It's a little over 60 degrees. It's pretty breezy out, but we're going with the wind right now, and it's pretty much like slack water. We're at like the top of the incoming right now, and we're gonna head towards that bridge dead ahead there and just try working around some of the structure. Got a small little soft plastic on to start, and then I did go to Hadrill's Bait and Tackle and picked up about half a dozen frozen blue claw crabs, so we might try those as well. All right, we're gonna start by hitting some of these pilings, see what's down there. I'm not really sure if we'll fish with the crab here, but we might go around the corner, and there's a few more bridges over there that I actually think have a lot better structure, like a lot closer and tighter pilings. But I think there'll be better fish, fishing and fish over there. But we'll just try this for 20-30 minutes, see if we get any bites. Whew, that wind is whipping. Pretty deep right here, about 30 feet. with this little swim bait, we've probably got to be fishing a little bit shallower, so I'm gonna try some of these shallower pilings. All right, well, it's been about 20 minutes. We fished around these two pilings, fished around those two pilings. I think it's time to make a move. I don't know if you guys can see, but it is really whipping the wind and the water out in the middle of the river there. And I would like to fish, you know, the entire bridge or all the pilings, but I just think it's gonna be really challenging with the conditions that we have out there. Like, this little area around these two pilings is like the only spot that's like fishable in the kayak. So we're gonna go down through the mouth and around the corner. And I think because of the wind direction, you know, blowing over the land over that way, like up that river over there, there's a couple bridges that probably will be a little bit more isolated and make it easier for us to fish. All right, there's the other bridges up that way. I've just been kind of working my way along the grass here, seeing if we can spot any fish. So far, nothing. It looks so good, being that it's like sheltered from the wind. Water's right on the edge of the grass. All right, let's keep working our way up this river towards the bridges. I guess I'll keep fishing along this grass here, probably up to that first one. And then I'm thinking we'll put on this little 1/4 ounce bottom sweeper jig head with a chunk of crab. Oh my gosh, there is a whole massive school of redfish right here. Massive school of redfish. You see them all? And we did not get one single one to bite. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna put a little Liquid Mayhem scent on this soft plastic, just in case they nip at it and they taste a little sweet flavor, they'll hold on to a little bit longer. Got one. Got him. Oh, it's a nice red. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna pop the drive into reverse just so we don't get too close to the grass and spook any other fish. Whew! Boys and girls, what a way to start the day. Heck yeah. A little bit of luck on our side. Finding a big bunch of reds here. And putting on a little Liquid Mayhem helped. This fish held onto it for quite some time. Oh, what a tanker red. Whew. Oh, he just popped off right there. No worries. I touched the leader. I consider that a catch. Whew! Booyah! All right, well, it's been about 15 minutes since our last bite. We had 3 bites, caught the one, sorta, and we've been going up and down the grass here, and it seems like the reds have really thinned out from when we first, you know, spooked that massive school when we first got along this stretch. So I'm gonna try moving up into that little area over there and see if we can find them, maybe come back to this area in like 10 minutes and see if some of the fish have reset. But so freaking cool. This is my first time ever fishing along this river, in this river, this area. And I just had a hunch, that's why I wanted to fish it today. And originally our plan was to fish the bridges. We might not even get to that if we can go up ahead here and then come back and, you know, stay on a little bit of a bite. But we shall see. So we'll move up a little bit, see if we can find some more. This red's cruising right along the grass there, and I just snagged like a tree or something. I don't want to stand up right now because they'll probably spook them. Oh, I can see them. Make a nice cast leading onto them. Come on, fish. Come on, fish. It didn't bite. There he is. Blind casting. I did not see that fish at all. Whew, it's a nice one. And he just absolutely slammed it. That was such an awesome hit. Stay on there, baby. Woo. Oh yeah. Bigger than our first one we had on. Oh yeah, that is what I'm talking about. Got him. Check that out. Beautiful red, all spotted up. Whew. So I pop this hook out. There you go on the little 3-inch Z-Man. I'm just gonna hang him in the water for a sec, and I'm gonna try and get a nice little picture of him. All right, well, I got a nice release on that red, but I'm not really sure what I captured, because for whatever reason, with the Hero 8, when it's, you know, off and you press the record button, it'll start recording, but every now and again, it goes into time-lapse mode. So I think I held that fish up, you know, during a time lapse, gave you guys a closer look, then I released it, put the camera under the water, and captured that whole thing on time lapse. So I'm not really sure what I captured. Oh my gosh, look at all these reds. Red right there. All right, we're just about in the same area now where we caught our first one. So let's see if there's still some more hanging out. See those little puffs of mud? There are fish here. I'm spooking them right now as we're slowly drifting over. There's some fish right there too. But look at all the mud that these fish are kicking up. They're giving themselves away, but you know, for whatever reason, over the last like 15-20 minutes on this spot, they're not hitting the soft plastic. Oh my gosh, look at all this mud. All right, you know what we should do is we're gonna go up ahead where that little like sandy patch is and beach the kayak, and I think we're gonna bust open some crab. All right, let's clip off the swim bait, and I think I've got some nice little hooks in there just like that. That should be good. Or, you know, I'm looking for something maybe just a little thinner. That'll work right there. And what I'm gonna do is just thread on a little egg sinker, a little bead to protect the knot, and then we've got our hook right there. We'll just clinch this on. That should be good enough. Oh yeah. All right, that is beautiful. Perfect. Fish on. Oh my gosh. That was such a crazy bite. Got him. Got him on the crab. Ooh, you gotta love that. So sweet. Oh, that didn't take long at all either. Probably about 5 minutes. I knew that was the right idea. Just casting the crab there and letting it sit right where they were hanging out. Oh, no!
I think he cut me off on an oyster. Oh man. Oh, dang it. Yeah. Sliced me off. It's just so shallow and, you know, really sharp. I guess I could try putting on a 30-pound leader. That was only 20, and we could try doing that again. All right, well, I am accepting defeat. We lost that last red about like an hour and a half, 2 hours ago now, and unfortunately, after like 6 or 7 more rigs that we lost and putting in the time here, I think this tide just got too low too quick and those fish pushed off and went somewhere else. We probably decided a little too late to beach the kayak here with the crabs and fish this area, because for the most part, like, there's been a good school of redfish here the entire time since we first got here. Like when I first saw that big school of reds, they were right up there on that sandy patch, like when the water was all the way up on the grass. And as soon as this sand became beachable, we should have beached the kayak and, you know, started throwing the crabs in this area. I think we would have did a lot better and caught a lot more fish. But, you know, you live and you learn, and I'm glad that we at least came here, found fish in a new area, a new river I've never fished before, and that's the whole point of being out here, is to learn something. And I'm thinking maybe tomorrow, if the weather cooperates, we'll come back out here and put the puzzle together and see if we can do a lot better. But I hope you guys still enjoyed tackling equipment down below. You know the deal. And after tomorrow, then I think I'll definitely be setting my sights on heading down to Florida and like kind of camping my way through the state, probably to the Keys, like maybe 2 nights in the truck, then get a hotel, then 2 nights in the truck, and just basically go all the way down and then all the way back and get on some snook, some tarpon, hopefully, you know, probably reds as well, and whatever else is willing to bite. So stay tuned for that, subscribe to the channel, and also I guess when I come back from Florida, then it should be pretty cool to see what happens with the boat. So thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed, and like always, live to fish, fish to live.